Boys, today we are ranking all of the Battlegrounds games in Roblox. Now, I'm actually recording this after I've made the video, so I'm going to hand myself over to my past self. Starting off at the F tier, we have the Dudes Battlegrounds. The Dudes Battlegrounds is a Battlegrounds game based off The Boys, which is an amazing TV show on Amazon. And it is the definition of if you go for quantity over quality. Loading into this game, you immediately realize it looks like one of those slop simulator games on Roblox, having bright colors everywhere and a bunch of pop-ups. But at its core, it is still just a Battlegrounds game. Sadly, most of the movesets are not even that fun to use. I used Stormfront here, or I think she was called like Thunderclap. And she was decently fun, but all the moves just kind of felt chunky, and the combat just wasn't very fun. The ultimates were kind of underwhelming. I mean, there is cutscenes and stuff in here, but I don't know. It's just not very well made. It's clear that this is just made to try and get children to spend as much money as possible, which is weird because if you're going to make a game like this, I feel like The Boys is not the show that you would want to do it for. I feel like a slot Battlegrounds game like this would work way better with a franchise like Naruto or One Piece. Like the big ones, and they're already filled. Either way, this game's not very good, and it's easily going in our F tier. Next up in the F tier is Blox Fruits Battlegrounds. Now, I do have to give this game some credit in that it has probably the most unique system of combat that we're going to see on this list, as it more deprives from the OG kind of shooting projectiles combat you'd see in a game like Elemental Wars. But most of the combat in this game is throwing projectiles at your opponent, as opposed to the general battleground systems. However, there is one thing that just makes this game complete ass, and that's the gambling system. Considering this takes off the Blox Fruit, which is also just a gambling game, this game's entire gameplay loop is spinning a wheel until you get the best moveset. And then once you get the best moveset, you can't go out and fight people. No. You have to use the same move over and over again to level up. And then you can go fight people. And even if you are good at the game, leveling up gives you health. So it doesn't matter. It's just whoever has the bigger number and the more legendary fruit wins. It's a shame too, because the combat in this game seems like it could be quite unique and fun compared to other Battlegrounds games, I mean, in this clip here, I throw this big magma ball. And that was quite fun to watch. There's quite a lot of unique moves here that you just don't get in other Battlegrounds games because they're so focused on using the same 3 M1 combo into 1, 2, or 3. There's no skill in who has the bigger number, so it doesn't really make me want to play it. And the biggest offender showing you this is that there's an AFK world. This is something that's common now in a lot of these popular Roblox games. They will just make premium players AFK, because it gives them a thing called premium payouts, which gives them money. Overall, there are systems here that could be really fun, but the main gameplay loop of just spamming your moves to level up, easily an F tier game. Easily. Actual garbage. Next up, in our first C tier game, we have Invincible Battlegrounds. Now, I've actually done a live commentary for this one, so I'll hand myself over to that. I feel like I can demonstrate why I even bothered putting this in the list a lot better. Now, of course, Invincible recently finished up, and it's massive, it's everywhere. But this one's the only one that I found that's actually got like freeform good flying. The flying in this one actually, yeah, it's quite fun. The combat, however, I think a lot of these, they have the issue of where lock-on's required, right, to actually make the combat work. And that just turns the game into a forwards and backwards fight of,
I'm dying. Help me.
Essentially this, where you just go towards someone over and over again. I don't know. It's an honorable mention. The flying's fun. If you're gonna play any Invincible games, I'm gonna die. Anyway, I actually just kind of think they're all kind of shit. Like, there's not actually been a good one yet. But this one's probably the best out of all of them. Yeah, as you can tell, I do not care about Invincible Battlegrounds games, but I wanted to put it on there so I could slap it in the thumbnail. It works okay-ish, but the combat's just not all that fun, and you're better off playing something else. Or Abachi Battlegrounds. This game tries to go full in on the silliness that other Battlegrounds games possess, but it kind of falls flat due to a couple of main reasons. For me, mainly the combat just felt awful. It had these cool ideas, but all the characters felt super generic or way too confusing to bother playing. Over the map, you have like random interactables like cars and this arcade area, which I didn't get footage of, but you can send missiles and stuff down. But most importantly, and the game mode's main selling point, is the ability to walk on walls. The ability to walk on walls had me super excited until I realized that it basically does not change the game whatsoever and is really only a way for you to run away from a fight. You can fight on the walls, but it's extremely buggy. It's really sad because it's such a cool idea, but it just isn't executed here very well. This game isn't really that bad. There's just no reason I would play it over any of the other Battlegrounds games. There was some cool ultimate moves, and I like these fish. These fish are cool. But other than that, overall, I couldn't blame you if you played this one, but I personally wouldn't pick it, and it's belonging in our C tier. We have a speed round coming up because we've got quite a lot of games in one section here. We've got the X character Battlegrounds. Now, what I mean by this is there's a lot of Battlegrounds games which don't actually do anything unique. It's the basic Battlegrounds combat, but they'll have XYZ character. In this example, I'm using FNAF Battlegrounds, but there's loads of these. You've got Shikanoko Battlegrounds, you've got Miku Battlegrounds. I'm sure you've got like Chainsaw Man Battlegrounds or some other characters who just don't have like a good game yet. All these games are fine. They are perfectly middle of the road. And if you really want to just be that character, well, here you go. You can play this. Told you, speed round next. And coming up next in our C tier, the second best, we have Sorcerer Battle.
Sorcerer Battlegrounds is another one of those games that's just perfectly alright. There's nothing really too special about it. I included it because it's one of the games with loads of characters that isn't terrible, and it being based on Jujutsu Kaisen, it's still quite popular. However, the gameplay in this game just feels really weak. All of your hits just don't feel that impactful, and the people who do still play it are the people who've been playing probably since it came out, and they're way too sweaty. In this clip, I just get abolished by this one guy as I continue.
Failure! You're still a failure! I can smell
He's so shit!
If you really want to play as all these specific characters and you can't do that anywhere else, just do it here. But
failure! You're still a failure!
I
can smell the failure!
Next up, in the final game in our C tier, and I think this might be a controversial placement, is Jump Showdown. Actually just came out, and I was very disappointed. The reason this game even exists at all is because of a YouTuber. Other than that, it's a pretty mid fighting game. The combat is decent, but that's about it. There's very little content. The only thing to play for is emotes, and there's only 3 characters. And when I say there's 3 characters, more like there's actually only 2 characters, because Reagan is just a copy of a character from Strongest Battlegrounds with very little identity. But then you have Gojo, and he's extremely overpowered, having like 8, 10, 15 moves. He's the only character that actually feels to the quality of what the game was advertising. Bro, can you guys stop fucking teaming? Yeah, this game kind of controls like shit. This is such a shit move. It doesn't fucking do anything. What? How did you were behind me? This fucking, you know, fuck this. I'm bored. Oh my god, you're so annoying. Okay.
What's the point of that?
Bro, it's so shit. Why? No, I don't need your help. I got it. Oh, you got fucked. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're so shit. Oh my fucking god. So bad. Ease.
But the map doesn't take advantage of any of this. It's just a big open area, which is really sad. Jump Showdown just makes me sad.
Rampage is a stitched-up monstrosity, parading his innovation while collapsing under its own chaos. Mechanics scream over each other in maddening chorus. Fights are a blur of rubble and nonsense. Wall running rendered meaningless. Its only mercy, the character variety, which briefly fools you into thinking it has soul.
What?
Yeah, I'll cover this. Oh, some fun. Deja, 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 you give me Deja. Look at me, that boo. Deja, 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 you give me Deja. I need that boo. Let me get that boo. Deja, Deja, give me that Deja boo. Told her, Deja, Deja, give me that Deja boo. Yeah, that's true. Hit him with the muscle on the. Since we pulling up on it.
Family Man Battlegrounds is a great... Family Man Battlegrounds is a great joke experience, but also represents a lot of old Roblox. It's not actually any good, it's just kind of funny, and I like what it represents. Heroes Battlegrounds is by far the most polished, most well-made, serious one, if you can call them serious. It has great VFX, great combat, great... like, it just feels good to play. Jujutsu Shenanigans is the only one on this list of its type this high, and that's like one of those joke Battlegrounds games, because it's the kind of grandfather of the genre, and it does it best. The combat's not good. You can't even like do a backdash, but it's fun and it's silly. What hasn't been fun is making this video. When I first saw you